Hi everyone, I'm Jenna with Brown Dog Craft Company. Today's Friday, February 20th, 2026. We're here for Coffee and Cards. Coffee and Cards is where we make generally one card live from start to finish. Today we're going to be using a sneak peek of March online exclusives. It's called Match Day. And the suite is really cute. It's called like a wonderful something, a wonderful match, a wonderful day. That neither one of those is right, I don't think. But the bundle is Match Day Bundle, and it's all about soccer and sports, but mainly soccer. But you could adapt it to lots of different sports. So I'll show you the cards here in a minute, but I'd like to go over some housekeeping first. So first of all, today's the last day for free shipping. So if you are looking to place an order of $75, you can get free shipping. Today's the last day. If you place an order of $75, you can also add on the product of the month, which is called Painted Illusions DSP. It's really pretty. Hi, April. Oh, I should mention, if you're joining live, say hello. And if you're watching the replay, leave a comment and say hi. Okay, let's see. The last chance list was updated. I think it was updated last week. There's a lot of stuff on there that really surprised me. So take a look at the last chance products. Some really good stuff that I'm sad to see retire, but I have decided that we're going to continue using retired things because a lot of us have them, and if we don't, we have something we can substitute. So, March Paper Pumpkin subscription is open. I just posted a picture this week. I did my first paper pumpkin since 2021, you guys. It was the Easter one. I think it was called like Springtime something. But I did it and it was a lot of fun. And so now I'm looking forward to getting this butterfly kit. Not butterfly. Those aren't butterflies. Those are hummingbirds. And we'll see. I'll post photos of those, of course, too. Oh, here's the product of the month for February. Did I say March? I don't know. I'm on March already. I'm just looking forward to spring. Spring was here and now it's winter again here in Wisconsin. So I'll tell you about that when we get later into the live. But that's the product of the month. There's 2 new kits, the best ever kit. I put that one together. There's no stamping, but it's super cute. You make different cards, which is unique. And then the Happy Happenings kit is the stamping kit. And this one's super involved and you get to play with flowers. So this one was really pretty and cute. This one's like your cutesy, very delicate, feminine type cards. Okay, let's see. Online exclusives are coming. Here's one of the suites. It's called Garden Something. The name eludes me. And here's another one. It's called Filled with Sweetness. This one is adorable. I love it. And we're going to be using it for Milo's Card Club in April. So I'll show you the cards for Milo's Card Club in March. They use Cute as a Bug. You can still sign up for Milo's Card Club through February 28th, and you'll get March's kit. Otherwise, if you don't want March's kit and you want April, which is Filled with Sweetness, you would wait to sign up until March 1st. So you have until the last day of the month before to sign up for next month's kit. And that's so that I can, on the first of the month, I place an order for all the things that I need based on how many people have are subscribed for the month. So it is a recurring subscription. It's $45 per month for Milo's Card Club, and you can pause or cancel at any time. Okay, let's look at, oh yeah, there's the Cute as a Bug suite that we're using for March. It's adorable, you guys. I never thought I'd say bugs are cute, but they are. Okay, so February schedule. We're going to finish up February. Here we're on Match Day. Next week we'll do Pet Love. Pet Love is one of those things that's retiring. I think it's still on the last chance list. The stamps might be sold out. As of yesterday, the dies were still on the last chance list. So we're going to do that next week. And I do need to schedule the February Milo's Card Club, which is Easter Joy, and the Spring Mini Catalog Launch Party, which is Reason to Celebrate. I just mailed both of these today. I mail things every other Friday. So if you're wondering where card kits are, I generally wait until a handful of people have signed up, and then I'll kit things up and I mail things every other Friday. So Obviously, some of your kits, you can order other things. I'll get into that here shortly. So I would need to wait to mail your card kit until I get those things. But let's see. I had one more thing I wanted to show you. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so we have a new class. Oh, that's really big. Oh, there we go. I can zoom in. Okay, so we have a new class. They're not subscription classes. So if you don't want to subscribe to Milo's Card Club, either just because you don't want a subscription or you want a class that's a little bit more affordable, I have the Happy Mail card classes to go. So those are going to be, they're $25.95, so just under $26. And they generally are 3 cards featuring a specific suite of products. So I have all the details. This one in particular, the Boardwalk Fun, is ready. It's on my website at browndogcraftcompany.com. You can go and read all about it, but you make 3 cards, and you'll either want the bundle or know something that you're going to use instead of this bundle, because anything that is stamped and or die cut from the featured bundle, that's what you'll do. If there's any other if there's any other die cuts that are on the cards that are not from the bundle, I'll send that to you in your card kit. And there's 2 options for class. The first option is you can just buy the card kit. The second option is that you can buy the card kit and you can buy the bundle. And when you buy the bundle, I pay for the tax and the shipping. So you get the bundle at the bundle price. So the retail price that's listed online, you don't have to pay the tax and shipping. I cover that for you. And then as soon as the bundle arrives, I will package your kit together and send it out to you. So there's 2 options, and you can purchase either one online. And I'll show you those cards. Let me flip the camera here. All right, and let's see. Okay, so the Boardwalk Fun Happy Mail card class to go is 3 cards. And here's one. Oh, I have too many lights on. I think that's better. So here's the first one. So like this will be die cut for you, and you'll stamp your sentiment on here, and then you'll die cut your palm trees and your little train cars, and then this little ticket, you'll get a ticket and you'll die cut it with the die that's in the Boardwalk Fun bundle. And then you'll get these embellishments. These are the frosted iridescent dots, and then some of this ribbon. And then if I do run out of embellishments or ribbon, I will send you a different embellishment or ribbon that coordinates with the projects. Okay, so and then you also get a PDF. So as soon as you make the purchase, the PDF is emailed to you with supply list, color photos, measurements, written instructions, all of it. Anything you could possibly need. All right, so here's the next card. This one has the cute little Ferris wheel in the background. And really pretty colors in this DSP. This is a suite that I did not love at first. I didn't, it didn't call my name. And then I saw a whole bunch of people use it, and I decided that I had to have it. So that is the first Happy Mail card class, and you can get that online. Okay, let's quickly look at March's Milo's Card Club. It uses Sweet Bugs. I did show these last week, so I won't spend a lot of time. But those are these cards. So we'll make this one, and we'll make this one. So these little bugs are die cut from the DSP. And then these bugs we stamp and color with our blends. And then, because we need another way to color bugs apparently, these ones are stamped and colored with the colored pencils. Okay. And then we're going to make a little 3D project. It's a little, it holds a little candy in there. So this is made from a piece of 6x6 DSP. So, okay. And then we'll go into April, which is Filled with Sweetness. Now this is coming. This is an online exclusive, and it's coming in March. I think it's March 3rd. And it has these strawberry embellishments. Oh, I should always mention you get a full pack of embellishments, and then you get ribbon to make your cards. So the Bug Suite gets these embellishments, these little ladybugs. And then this one will get these embellishments that coordinate with this suite. So we're going to make this cute shaped card. And then this one, I think this one might be my favorite. The little jar of blueberry jam. And then this one's a little fun fold. And then we'll make this one too. Okay, so that's vellum and some metallic paper. Okay, so those are upcoming card classes. So let's look at what we're doing today. I think we're done with all of the housekeeping items. I have to sneeze. Okay, today we're using a new suite that's coming out. It's called Match Day. I have to sneeze again. It's called Match Day, and it's a bundle. It has stamps, it has dies, it has DSP, which I don't have out, but we'll look at a whole bunch of the patterns on the cards. And then it has these cute, they're called Wonderful Stars Puffy Stickers, and you get 2 sheets, so you get a lot of embellishments. And they're not like foam, like the Boardwalk Fun embellishments, but they're puffy. Like, they're exactly what they say they are. So, I'm going to see if we can make 2 cards today. I have 3, and I think what we'll do is we'll make this the second Happy Mail card class. So I'll get it added to the website, and you can you'll be able to purchase either just the class packet, or you can add on the bundle, the stamps and the dies, for whatever the cost is, and I'll cover the tax and the shipping. Okay, so those will be the 2 options, and it'll be the 3 cards. So let's look at the cards I made. Let's see. Let's do this one first. Okay, so here's the first one I made, and we'll make this one here together. So you can see I used 2 different DSPs, and I pulled in some sentiment circles. These are stylish shapes circles. And then this is all from the dies. And it's so cute. I love it. You know, I don't make like masculine cards very often or very well. And not that you need to be, like, my daughter plays soccer. So not that you need to be a boy to play soccer by any means, but these to me feel more like you could give them to a boy. You know, they're not like hot pink. Not that you can't give a boy a hot pink card, but you know what I mean, right? So here's another one. So this one we stamped on the jersey. We stamped the jersey on the DSP and then used the die. And then this is the soccer ball die cut out, stamped and die cut, and then this cute little whistle. And I put some twine on there to make it look like the whistle, right? And then the third card I made is this one. So I don't know. Those are plays, right? That's like what a coach would write on his little playbook. I don't know. I never played organized sports as a kid, so I don't know. I don't know much about it, but so I still need to do an inside on this one. But this one's a mini slimline. So, all right, let's make this one today, and we'll see if we have time to make the other one. So the color palette in this suite is Shaded Spruce, Granny Apple Green, Garden Green, Darling Duckling, and Black. We're not going to use Shaded Spruce on the card today, but I did use Shaded Spruce on the mini slimline card, so we won't need that one today. But okay, what should we start with? I did a little bit of prep work here. So here I have a Granny Apple Green side folding portrait card base. I've die cut the net from white, and you get a whole bunch of little sprinkles when you die cut this. It makes a bit of a mess, but I just dumped it in the garbage. It's all fine. I die cut the grass from Garden Green, and when you die cut the grass, if you don't hang the die off the edge, it doesn't cut all the way here. So I'll just use my scissors and trim it. It's not a big deal. Here's the soccer ball. And I die cut this from black, and I will say the soccer ball, it wouldn't appear that it has a die for the back of the soccer ball. So I have a piece of white cardstock, just a scrap that we'll glue it onto and then cut it out. I don't know, unless you guys have a better idea on how to get the soccer ball to be white, right? Here's some little tufts of grass. They cut the same way as the grass, where they don't like cut out, they just cut into your paper. So these are from Granny Apple Green. And then I have a Stylish Shapes black circle. And this is Darling Duckling. We're going to stamp and die cut some things from here. And then this is DSP. You can see the patterns are really cute. You could color this in or just use it black and white. And I'm going to say this in black and white reminds me of Harry Potter. I know there's a soccer ball, but it could be Quidditch, right? Like if you covered up the soccer balls, 100% could be Quidditch, and you could color it in Harry Potter themed. So I don't think that was intended, but that's what I thought of when I first saw this. So, and then here's our white inside. Okay, so let's maybe glue our soccer ball down first, because we're gonna let it dry a little bit and then we're gonna fussy cut it out. So I'm gonna get some glue. All right, should we talk about the weather while I'm here gluing this? So it was really warm here, like unseasonably warm this time of year in Wisconsin. It should be probably negative temperatures. Like no one would be surprised if it was. But it was like 58 degrees and then like 55 degrees and then like 53 degrees. It was beautiful. Like people pull out the shorts in that weather here. And so all the snow melted. It rained when it should have been a crazy blizzard. It rained instead. And I think it was Wednesday night. We had a blizzard. For real. So there's now white snow covering everything, which, you know, I don't mind, to be honest. I mean, I do live here, so I do know that snow is going to happen in the winter. I'm just going to cut around here. I'm going to cut as close to the black as I can. So I do know that it's going to snow here in the winter. It just was a really nice sneak peek of spring. And now it's winter again. So anyway, it was just a big tease. But the weather it doesn't look warm, like 20s, but it doesn't look snowy. Which again, I don't mind the snow that much. I don't like to drive in it if it's going to be really bad. But then we just stay home. Hi, Jean. Coming in late. Had to stop and pick up coffee. Yeah. I had a lot of coffee today. That doesn't mean I don't want more, but I had enough. I'm going to have a heart palpitation if I have more coffee today. Okay, so here, it looks like a soccer ball now, right? Like, I don't know how else you're supposed to get the white in the back. So, okay, let's see. So this is kind of going to be our panel. This is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. I cut it a little bit bigger. And I think we're going to put some grass on the bottom. And then I think we'll put our net like this, kind of tucked behind the grass. And then I think we'll kind of put our soccer ball in the net. And then I thought the sentiment could go up here like this, right? And we'll do some white heat emboss on our sentiment. And then on this little Darling Duckling, I had to pull in another color for the cone. We're going to do the cone, which is a die, and the flag, which is a die and a stamp. So here's the cone die, and then this cute little flag right here. So let's stamp the flag. Oh, I should show you the stamps. I have a whole bunch of them taken off, but here's the little flag. Okay, so that's Darling Duckling with Darling Duckling. And it's really cute. It has like some detail in it when it stamps. See that? How it looks like it's like moving? I like it when they do stuff like that. Okay, so we can die cut that out along with our little cone. So I didn't do everything in advance, just some things. All right, there's that. And then our cone. All right. There's that cute cone. Okay. Now we do have to trim out our grass because the grass doesn't cut. Okay, there we go. I save all this tape. This is mint tape, and I just put it on my die cut machine. So, okay, so here's our cute little cones, and then let's trim out our grass. So I'm just gonna cut along these lines right at the bottom and get our grass. Oh, and I suppose I can just cut straight across here because we need to cut it out. So there's one little grass tuft. Aren't they cute? And then here's another. And then on this I'm just gonna snip. I'm not gonna cut along the bottom. I'm just gonna snip along the edges here. Now tell me, you guys, do I do it backwards? And is that why I have the line on here? Am I supposed to cut it and save this piece? Like, is this the piece? Am I supposed to make this longer? Like, how do you... See, so what I did is when I die cut this, I put it here, but then the die imprints the line from where the edge of the die is. So is this the piece you're supposed to use? Are you supposed to make it longer? I don't know. This looks like the right piece to me. So I don't know how to die cut it and not get that line on it. But maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I don't know. Okay, let's do the sentiment. So the sentiment, we're going to stamp your biggest fan. And here it is. And we're going to do it with white pigment ink and heat emboss. So typically what I would do when I'm doing this is I would put it in the stamp positioner or your MISTI, whatever you have. And then I would, like the full sheet of black or like a quarter sheet of black. And then I would stamp it and heat emboss it, and then I would die cut it out. So that's what I normally do. Like that's what I did when I made this one. But just for the sake of video, I die cut this ahead of time so you didn't have to sit here and stare at me for forever today. Okay, so this is your biggest fan, and I've got some white pigment ink, and I'm going to get a lot of ink on here. You can also use Versamark, but when I'm heat embossing with white embossing powder, I like to use white pigment ink. It just helps, it helps your embossing powder a little bit in case you miss some or you don't stamp it the greatest. And then I'm going to give it a good press because these letters are not delicate. They're not going to smush out. They're going to look fine by giving them a really good press. And I'm also going to let the stamp marinate, which just means I'm going to let it sit on here for a little bit. Okay, your biggest fan. And then I'll get my white embossing powder, which I keep mine in a little bucket. These are like lunch buckets. I think this is meant to hold a sandwich. I've never put a sandwich in it, just embossing powder. Okay, there. Oh, and I don't know, I feel like maybe I should do it again right there. Let's see. Jean says, I think the version you're keeping is the correct one. We've had grass or ground dies in the past that do the same thing. Yes, we have. That's what I was thinking too, Jean. That's what they all do. So I think it's correct. All right, I've got my heat tool. Oh no. I thought it died, but it wasn't plugged in all the way. I'm gonna let it warm up. And then I'm gonna heat this from the back. And the reason I heat it from the back is because it melts better. It just looks better than if you heat it from the front. I don't know why, but it does. And then we'll let it sit for a little bit here and cool off, and then we'll take a cloth and wipe off that excess powder. So, okay, so your biggest fan. We're going to do one more thing to this, but we're not going to do it yet. Okay, let's stamp on the inside while we wait for that to dry. So here I have my white 4x5 1/4, and in garden green, I'm going to stamp Let's Go. So we have your biggest fan on the front and Let's Go on the inside. So this is garden green, right in the center. And then we'll stamp the soccer ball in black, and he's gonna kind of hang off the edge here. So let me find black, and here's the soccer ball. I thought I had another black pulled out, but I don't. So here's the soccer ball, and I'm gonna ink up really well. And I really like this side of the soccer ball. It has more detail on it. So I'm going to put the majority of that onto my paper. There. All right, that's our inside. Okay. And let's see, let's glue that down. Don't you love these colors? I normally say I'm not a green person, but I really like these colors together. Maybe it's because it reminds me of spring, and I'm ready for spring. I'm so ready for spring. Okay, all right, let's glue our DSP down. See, Harry Potter. That's what I see when I flip this over. I can't unsee it now that I've seen it. Okay, so this will get centered. Just a little bit peeks out of that card base. Okay. All right, now we're going to glue this down. And I'm going to put it pretty low, probably about 1/4 inch off the bottom. And when I do this, I'm really just putting glue on the outside. I'm not worrying too much about that inside, like the net, the netting of the net. My glue is clogged. And then we're going to put something heavy on it to hold it down. So right in the center, about 1/4 inch from the top. Here I've got some magnets to hold it down. Okay. All right, now the grass, I want to be the width of the cards. So the grass, my scrap is 4 inches wide. No, 4 1/4 wide, which is exactly what the grass cuts. And this one is about 3/4 of an inch tall. Okay, I am going to pop this up with dimensionals because why not? And I think I can get away with regular dimensionals. Probably should just use foam strips, but you guys, I got my nails done and I changed my nail shape. I normally do almond shaped nails and I changed them. I don't know what these are, but I have noticed that I can no longer grab the backers of dimensionals. I think before my nails had like a point to them so I could grab stuff, and now I can't. And it's very annoying. Okay, so this is kind of stuck on here, and I'm going to line this up at the bottom of my DSP straight across, I think. Okay, so the net is kind of like hidden behind the grass, right? Okay, we can add, whoops, we can add the soccer ball here. Let's see, I like that side of the soccer ball. We'll put that behind behind the grass, kind of in the net. Okay. All right, we're gonna do something else to this. So let's clean it off. If you have a clean cloth. Normally I don't even do this, but you can really see the powder on a dark cardstock. We're gonna take our Versamark and we're gonna stamp the net pattern over this, and it's gonna be super subtle. So here it is. I need a block. It's gonna be a really subtle effect, and you can do it, it works best on dark cardstock. So we're not gonna heat emboss it, we're just gonna let it dry. And when Versamark dries on dark cardstock, it dries clear. So I'll hold this up after I'm done stamping, and you'll be able to see the Versamark. Okay. Can you see that? You see the net pattern? And when it dries, it keeps that look. So see, can you see it on the finish circle there? It's hard for the camera to pick it up. Okay. So that's a little trick. You don't always have to heat emboss with your Versamark. Okay, so that this little circle will go on the big soccer ball, which isn't that just a fun soccer ball? Like, it's massive. My son asked for a soccer ball for Christmas, and he got one. It's blue. And he was playing with it outside, and now it's buried in the snow. Like, not entirely, but he's going to have to go dig it out. He has a sled buried in the snow somewhere, and a soccer ball. Okay, so this is going to go here, and I'm just going to touch the bottom with of the net with the top of the sentiment, so that that the sentiment isn't just floating in space. I mean, it is floating in space, but I want the things to touch. Okay. All right, now we're going to add this cute little cone right here. And I put glossy accents on my cone. I'll show you what that is. So I'm just going to, I think the back of the cone needs a mini dimensional at the top. I can't get the backer off. There we go. So that's kind of going to sit right about here. And then quickly before this dries, I'm going to take one tuft of grass and tuck it back here, like that. Okay. And then we're going to put another tuft of grass in the front, like right here. It's my pickup tool, like right here. Okay. All right, and then I think I'm going to zoom in a little bit. There we go, that's better. Then I'll take a gel pen. I have a few different ones, and we'll add some highlight right there to the cone. Okay, and then let's add our little flag here. The flag will get a mini dimensional in this top outside corner, and the rest will get liquid glue here. So some here, and this is going to kind of like go around this sentiment here. Your biggest fan. And then I tied a bow with twine. So I have a real mini bow. So in the Baker's Twine Essential Pack, you get 5 colors of twine. You get black, white, like an off-white, like cream or ivory. And then you get tan. Do you get another one? Maybe a darker brown? I'm not remembering. I'm pretty sure you get 5. Okay, so there's that little baby bow. And then we'll add a glue dot. We'll put the bow in a glue dot, and then I'll pick up the glue dot like that. And that'll go right here. Okay, then we need our embellishments, and you get a lot. So I'm going to do a medium white star down here, and then I'll do a medium white star here. I would call these small, like large and small, but they're not small. They're still quite large. Okay, and then the last thing I'm going to do, which is totally optional, all right, I think this is really cute the way it is. I'm going to add glossy accents to this cone. So Glossy Accents is by Ranger. They have little bottles, they have big bottles. If you've watched me for any amount of time, I use Glossy Accents all the time. And what it is it goes on, it's like a thick liquid, and it goes on opaque, like kind of cloudy here. And when it dries clear and hard. So I'll show you the difference between. So here's Glossy Accents when it first goes on, and obviously it's wet. And then here's Glossy Accents when it dries. And it obviously has a fun touch to it. And what I like to do, like if you're making a card that's like a cupcake card with frosting or something that has snow, is after you've put on your glossy accents, you can sprinkle glitter on top, and the glitter will stick to the glossy accents. It's kind of like a glue. Okay, so just make sure to set your cards somewhere that it's not going to get, you know, like this one, I put my finger in it on accident before it dried. So Jean says, I have glossy accents, but always forget to use it. I have so many bottles, Jean. I love it. And when it dries, you can color on top of it with your gel pen. So if you wanted to wait to put your gel pen on until after the glossy accents has dried, it looks even brighter. So you can use your white gel pen on top of it. Okay, it's only 1:37, and I like to keep coffee and cards at an hour or under. So let's make the other card that I prepped. So here's card 1. Let me set this one aside now. And let's pull out the next card. Where did I put the sample? Here it is. So this one uses 2 other DSPs and some of the same circles and some different sentiments. So let's see here. So here I have a garden green card base. Now this whistle I die cut from the Lunar Luster paper, which we used last week. It's exactly that. It's Lunar Luster. It's not bright silver. It's like a very dull silver, but pretty. Like not dull in a bad way. Matte silver, kind of. I don't know. It's still shiny, but not shiny in a foil way. That's a online exclusive coming March. I think it's March 3rd. I keep saying March 3rd. That could be wrong, but I think it's March 3rd. So here's the biggest stylish shape circle. This is a 1-inch white strip. Here's one of the DSP. I thought this was a jersey when I saw it, so we're going to make it be a jersey. You could also cut out the number and do the, like if your son or your daughter is number 9, you could cut out 9 and put it on the jersey. Here's another pattern of the paper, totally non-directional. And then this is the background, or the back of it. Okay, and then our white inside. Jean says, my husband likes watching you use the white gel pen. I try it sometimes, but I'm not very confident. You know, it's a highlight. It doesn't have to be perfect, Jean. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just draw a line, and then either 2 little dots or a line and a short line and a dot. Doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter where you put it. Like, I think technically the highlight should be, is it opposite the side that like the sun or the light would be shining on? There's like rules about how light hits cards, and some people are really good at like picturing where the light source is and then having every shadow be on the opposite side of that. I'm not. That's way too much for me. I've tried it and it's just, I get too caught up in it. So for me, it's just about adding some accents and making it fun, right? Like, is it correct? Probably not. The same when I color. I definitely don't put the highlight or the dark shade where it should be. But that's okay, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, let's stamp on here. We're gonna stamp this cute little jersey. It's so cute. And I should use a stamping positioner, but I don't feel like it. I don't feel like getting it out today. So we're just gonna use a black. And, oh, sorry, that was loud. We'll stamp it with black. And I want the stripes to be up and down. So I'm gonna pay attention to that when I stamp the jersey on here. Right? So I want the stripes to be this way. I don't want the stripes to be this way. I mean, you could. That would be cute too. But I'm gonna make them this way. And I'll get that down. And then I'm going to let this dry for a minute. We're going to stamp the number 1. I'll show you. It's a really little stamp in here. Where'd the stamp case go? I lost the stamp case. Oh, here it is. This little number 1. We're going to stamp that in white pigment ink and heat emboss it. But I want this black to dry a little bit. So while we do that, we're going to stamp. Oh, I should have had a little white in here for the soccer ball, and I don't have it. So let me get a scrap of white. There we go. So we're going to stamp the soccer ball, and this soccer ball does have a die. So we'll stamp him here. And we'll die cut that out, and let's look and see what I have on the inside. Oh, okay, I have the word goal in garden green. So let's take our inside, our 4x5 1/4, and garden green, and let's stamp goal right on the inside. So the outside is going to say match day, and the inside will say goal. I love this like stadium font too. It's perfect. Okay. Okay, let's take our Granny Apple Green and do our stamping with Granny Apple Green. So we're going to take our little circle here, and this is the largest stylish shape circle. And where's the stamp? Here it is. So this is the net. We stamped this in Versamark earlier, so I'm not even going to clean it. But this is the net. We're going to take Granny Apple Green and stamp this onto our circle. So I'm going to stamp kind of around the edges here. And we're going to stamp 3 times. Okay, so that's just going to show up in the background. All right, and then, oh, we're going to leave that open because we're going to stamp on our inch wide strip here. I'm going to try to stamp this without a positioner, and let's see if it works. Okay, I'm going to flip this over. This is a big stamp. Make sure there's no hair in it. I have problems with, well, I used to have a lot of problems with dog hair and things. I have less problems with dog hair and things lately, but my hair gets into everything. And also dog hair is still everywhere in my house. I've vacuumed twice. The whole house has been vacuumed twice. And you wouldn't believe how much dog hair there still is. And I'm going to tell you, I don't mind that there's still dog hair. I never minded about the hair. Some people, I know they don't like the hair in their house. I didn't care. Yeah, it made a mess, but I didn't care. I was willing to put up with the dog hair to have the dog. So, okay, so this is retired. It's a banner punch. It's from a few years ago, and it's one of my favorites. So you do not need the banner punch. It doesn't do these lines. It just does the banner. So you can just use your scissors. I'm not very good at that, so I like to use the punch. So when I punch with these, I flip them over, and I slide my cardstock in so I can see it, and then I punch. But you can use your scissors, or you could draw a line and then use your scissors. You don't need to have this. But like I said earlier, I'm going to keep using things when they're retired because why not, right? Okay, we have to die cut this little soccer ball, which there is a die for the soccer ball. And there's a die for the jersey. Oh, and I did die cut the trophy, but I couldn't figure out how to put it on any of these. So I just didn't. That's the only die we technically didn't use. Okay, before we die cut this, let's stamp the number 1. So white pigment ink here. Jean says, when we lost our lab KC, I felt like I was finding hair for the next year. And like you, I was totally okay with that. Yes. I never thought that I'd want to smell like a stinky dog toy as much as I do right now. Like before, when Milo was here, I would have like smelled his stinky dog toy and like thrown it in the wash to try to get the smell out of it. And I can't tell you how many times I've smelled one of his stinky dog toys, you guys. Does it smell? Yes. But does it smell like stinky Milo? It sure does. So, and things are starting, like nothing smells like him anymore. So I'm pretty sad about that. All right, I didn't let my black ink dry long enough, so we got some embossing powder stuck to the black ink. So let's try to brush it away. Got just a cheap paintbrush here. And I'm trying to brush the white embossing powder off of everything that's not the number 1. All right, that's good. And then we'll heat this from behind. This will melt really quickly. Oh, and you know why it probably stuck? Because I didn't powder it. I should have powdered it up. Okay, we can die cut our soccer ball and our jersey. So this big soccer ball does have a circle, but if you die cut this circle just in white to layer with the layering piece of the soccer ball that we used on the last card, this is way too big. This circle is way too big. So I think the only way to do it is the way we did it, which is fussy cut it out, but I don't know. All right, let me run these through. So we have the circle, the little soccer ball, and isn't that just the cutest jersey? I think it's adorable. I don't die cut things, stamp and die cut them onto the DSP very much, but maybe we need to. Maybe we need to do that more. Okay, let's glue some of this stuff down. Oh, I left the lid off my glue. Now both my glues are going to be clogged. My goodness. Okay, so make sure your card is positioned correctly. And then here's our DSP. There we go, it's partially unclogged. So my DSP again is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Okay, now I'm gonna pop everything up. So this big circle will get popped up. And whoops, that's too many. All right, let's see. It's not where I meant to put that one. Oh my goodness, you guys, can't pick these up. All right, I need this. I've seen people do this, but it doesn't work very well for me. Works all right, I guess. Okay, so we're really only gonna see maybe the top and like right here and maybe a little bit right here. So let me try to position this Okay, so I'm putting this equal distance from the left, the top, and the right. Okay. So I'm not worrying about down here. I'm just putting it equal distance here, here, and here. Okay. Then we'll add the jersey. And let me cut these. Use all these up. We're going to tuck the soccer ball behind the jersey here once we get the jersey up. See if I can peel those off a little. I saw a preview for the kits that are coming out next month, and they're a little bit different than what we've had in the past, so those will be fun. I think they also come out March 3rd. I think the last chance list gets updated too. Okay, I'm going to tuck the soccer ball right behind the jersey. And then we'll put match day right here. And then we got to add our whistle, but we're going to do something fun to the whistle first. So let's see. I think so on the bottom of match day, we'll put this strip. And then we'll put liquid glue up on the top. So that will kind of overlap the jersey and the soccer ball. Okay. Now, this little whistle, let me put the lid on my glue. It needs a piece that makes it look like a whistle, right? Like, sorry, that's how I get my twine nice. It needs a string, right? For the whistle, like, right? Okay, so we're gonna, that's probably like 2.5 inches, and I'm gonna cut it. Okay, so there's probably like 2.5 inches on there. It doesn't need to be too long. And then I'm gonna tie it into a knot, if I can. My nails are nice and short, but they're just not used to them. So I want that knot at the end. There we go, perfect. Okay, so now we have a little whistle on a string, right? Right? Isn't it cute? And then we need a mini dimensional. We'll put a mini dimensional right on the back of him there. And then he's gonna kind of like go over the sentiment here, like that, okay? But now we need to do something with this. So I'm gonna take a little glue dot. Where are my glue dots? Here they are. And I'm gonna put the glue dot onto the knot, and then I'm gonna tuck it behind the jersey. Okay. So there we go. Okay, and now we need some stars. So let's do a big black one under here. Kind of tuck it under. Okay, and a little white one next to it. Oh, these are easy to pick up. And then let's do a little black one up here. Okay, isn't it cute? All right, so those are the 2 cards we made today. This one, and then this one, the glossy accents, is still drying, so you gotta be careful. And then the third one is this card, which is a mini slimline. So like I said earlier, if you weren't here or if you missed it, I will add this as a Happy Mail card class. Right now we have the Boardwalk Fun Happy Mail card class, and I'll get this one added. I think it's really cute. And you'll have the option to do just the class packet, or you'll have the option to add on the stamp set and I'll cover the shipping and the tax on the stamp set. So thanks, Jean. All right. Well, it's 1:54, you guys. We did housekeeping and we made 2 cards in 54 minutes. So that's pretty good on my account. We'll be live next week again for Coffee and Cards. We're doing Pet Love. And I have yet to play with that bundle. It's been on my list of bundles that I want to play with, and I haven't had a chance to yet. So we'll do that next week. I don't know what colors we're going to use. There's no DSP that coordinates it with it, so maybe we'll do ink blending or something. Or I'll find a different DSP. I'm not really sure. We'll see. There's a whole bunch of options really that we could use. Maybe we'll use the Painted Illusions DSP. So we'll see. All right, well, that's what I have for you guys today. Keep an eye out. I need to schedule Milo's Card Club, which is Easter Joy for February. We need to have that. And we need to have the spring mini catalog launch party. Oh, and one other thing that's coming out. Oh, I was going to show you the March schedule. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. Okay, so March Coffee and Cards. For March 6th, we're going to do Good Luck and Seasonal Celebration stamp sets. So those are, let's see, Good Luck and Seasonal Celebrations. It's these 2. Can you see? So this one is images, and this one is words. Now, we might need to use Reason to Celebrate to get some more words, but I wanted to make some St. Patrick's Day cards. So we'll use these 2, and you may need to pull in a sentiment or 2. But I thought this was really cute with the bunny and the shamrock and the flower, and you can make a graduation card. There's a lot of options. Okay, and then March 13th will be Help Me Grow, which is Help Me Grow, which is this one here. So this is an online exclusive coming out. It's really pretty and it has a ton of dies. So we'll definitely be using this, making some springy cards. And then March 20th, Cutest Crew Bundle, which is these. Here, let me see if I can. There we go. Which is this here. Now, this is, it's an online exclusive that's coming out. It's currently sold out, but it's coming back. So that's why I pushed it out to March 20th. I think it'll be back by then. I think the reason why they're out is because Stampin' Up! Is having a hard time, I think, getting enough of these cases. I don't quote me on that, but I think that's why. So I think they're sort of rotating out which stamp sets are out of stock because the cases are out of stock. So this one's really cute. We'll do that one. And then March 27th, we'll do Barbecue Master. Again, a new online exclusive. And I'm telling you, you guys, I like this online exclusive as much, if not more, than I like the Spring Mini Catalog. So I love that you can make a cheeseburger with paper. So we are 100% using this. And then Milo's Card Club, as you can see, for March and April, those are already done. We know that. I'm not sure what May is going to be. It'll probably be something from the new catalog that launches in May. So that'll be coming out soon. March 13th, that's when a lot of people are at Onstage. So I'm not going to Onstage this year. It's during our spring break every year. So I've missed spring break for 3 years, and I think I need to take a break and spend time with my kids. So I'm not going to Onstage this year. So, and then we're going to do a 2024 to 2026 in color retirement party. That will be one card in 5 different colorways. So it'll be Shy Shamrock, Peach Pie, Pretty in Pink, Summer Splash, and Petunia Pop. And I'm real sad to see them go. I really like them. So it'll be, there's in color DSP we'll use. There are in color flat pearls. And then I don't know if I have enough of each ribbon. The ribbon retired last year, so I don't know if I have enough of each color ribbon. So if we can't use each color ribbon, I'll probably do like basic beige or something like that, or some white that coordinates with all of the colors. And we're going to use the Coneflower Celebration bundle. So I haven't used that one yet. It came out in the annual catalog, and I haven't used that one yet, but it's very springy, and I think it'll go really well with the 5 colors that are retiring. So they're all very, you know, springy, summer-ish colors. So I think the springy, summer-ish Coneflower Celebrations bundle will be a good bundle for that. So I have not put the details together on that yet. I need to. It will happen in, well, the class will probably happen in April, because that'll be the month, the last month of the current catalog with those colors. So we'll probably have the class in April. So I'm not sure of pricing yet. I have to put everything together. But yeah, so that'll be really fun, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to March, and then I'm looking forward to making the April calendar, and then I'm looking forward to making the May calendar even more. So, all right, well, that's what I have for you guys today. Thank you if you watch me live. I appreciate it, and thank you if you watch the replay. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, rest of the evening. I'm looking forward to this weekend, and I hope you get some crafting done. And if you make anything, please tag me on Facebook. I'm Brown Dog Craft Company, and I'd love to see what you make. So thank you. I hope you all have a great weekend, and we'll catch you later. Thanks, guys. Bye, Milo. Bye, guys.